Hello, and hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, and good night, or good afternoon. Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Whenever you're listening to this, I hope you're having the best day ever. And if your day isn't going the way that you want it to go, you have the power to turn it around and make it extraordinary. And if today's a day where you're just happy that you got up and got out of bed doing the little things, know that I'm proud of you. And that's enough for today, too. We are back for another mini Moto Monday. And today's topic, I'm really excited about because it actually came from a conversation I had with someone at Shinnick's while I was bartending. No joke, guys. I have, like, you can't have a show called Bar Talk and not be inspired by the conversations I have in there. It's one of the reasons why I know at some point I'll probably have to stop bartending, but I don't think I'll ever truly be done bartending because I just love it so much. And the name of the show is Bar Talk. So I feel like a slight hypocrite. Okay. Anyways, I was having a conversation with a gentleman, and I don't even know how it led to him saying this, but he said, surrender is a new start. I don't know about you, but I've never heard it put that way before. So we're going to get into this topic. But before we do that, I have a few calls to action for you guys before we get on into this conversation. Okay. So first thing is first, if this is your first time listening to Bar Talk, guys, welcome on in. Okay. If you are a returning regular customer of mine, welcome back. I love having you here week in and week out, as I have one of my drinks nearby that I just whipped up to have on this day. Number two, if you are an audio listener, make sure that you are following the podcast. Leave a 5-star rating, leave a little review. It helps more than you know, especially with a growing podcast. So if you guys could please do that, it would seriously mean the absolute world to me. If you are a video consumer of mine, hello, guys. It's so great to see you. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button on YouTube, hit the bell notification, leave a thumbs up on this video. And if you feel inclined to leave a little comment, please do so. 3, make sure you're following us along if you're completely not sick of hearing me yet. Okay. We are at Bar Talk with Jenna across the board: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikToks. Minis on Mondays, full episodes Thursday, drink of the week on Fridays, and a few other things in between. And during football season, guys, college football season, you can always come hang out with me on the Believe SEC show, which is every Saturday morning, where I am whipping up a drink for you. All right. And then lastly, BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all of your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sport, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all of your sports information for live in-game betting, prompts, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to join and make your first bet. Use the promo code BELIEVE50, that's BLEAV 50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts. Thank you for that sponsorship. Okay, guys, let's get into this and dive on in. Surrender is a new start. Guys, when I heard this customer say that, I just kept repeating that statement to myself, like surrender is a new start. Surrender is a new start. Surrender is a new start. I was saying it like a mantra because honestly, I think it was what I needed to hear in that exact moment. But what I think is really interesting about that statement is, growing up, the way that society and the media has taught us, maybe incorrectly, about the word surrender, because I don't know about you, but when I first heard it growing up, it was always in like fairy tale stories or scenes of battle. And normally the word surrender was followed by someone waving the white flag. And to me, it signified like giving up, quitting, not being strong enough to last. But guys, I have something to tell you. I think they were kind of wrong. Not fully wrong, because that is part of surrender, but I think there's another definition to surrender. So what I ended up doing in my very extensive research was I Googled the definition of surrender. And this is what Webster's online dictionary said. Okay. So it gave 4 definitions. So the first one is to yield power, control, or possession of another upcoming compulsion or demand. The next one is to give up completely or agree to forego, especially in favor of another. To give oneself up into the power of another, especially as a prisoner. To give oneself over to something such as an influence. Don't get me wrong, that last definition, to give oneself over to something such as an influence, could probably work in this situation. But I found this from online, and it was in an article by Mind Body Green, and it said surrender involves continuing to take action steps when appropriate, while giving up means shifting all of your energy elsewhere. Okay, one more time. Surrender involves continuing to take action steps when appropriate, while giving up means shifting all of your energy elsewhere. This came from an article that was titled, How'd You Know If You're Surrendering or Giving Up and Why It Matters? I didn't read the article, but I thought that was interesting to share. Anyways, let's get back to this. But I want to get back to the Webster's definition, the last one, which says to give oneself over to something such as an influence. Think about when you surrender, when you throw your hands back and you let your higher power metaphorically take the wheel and let go of control. Remember, guys, control is not real. Okay. When you think you are in control, you are actually death grip holding onto what you think is meant for you. But the truth is, by holding on to something so tightly, what you actually are doing is it's slipping through your fingers. It's like thinking you can hold sand in your hand, but when you clench your fists together tight, what happens? Sand falls through. You're not keeping the sand. You're just very quickly letting it slip right through your fingers. Okay. But this surrender, this form of surrender and taking your hands off the wheel and handing over the keys to the wheel, it's you giving the keys to your higher power. It's you fully trusting in your higher power. Again, your higher power is God, spirit, universe, angels, Buddha, whatever it is, guys. But you're fully trusting in them to give you exactly, to take you exactly where it is that you are meant to go in this life. That type of letting go of control, that type of surrender. It's a new start. It's the beginning of a journey that's unknown. And let me tell you this, the unknown, as scary as we've been told to believe that it is, guys, it's so fucking beautiful. And it's what's on the other side of the unknown of surrender that will take you where it is that you are meant to go in life. It may not be where you want to go, but it's where you're meant to go. You surrender to a new start, to a new beginning. And honestly, you surrender to what could be the beginning of the rest of your life. Okay. Now, my question for you is, are you going to let go of the keys or what? It's letting go that you can have that start. That surrender is that new start. And seriously, who would have thought? I mean, I would have, but who would have thought it would have come from a conversation I had with a customer? Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening. If you know someone that you think could benefit by listening to this podcast, send it their way. I hope you all have an amazing day. And remember to take the time to realize that we have more in common with each other than we have different. Until next time, take care.
Hey, everybody, it's closing time. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.